faithful, acknowledge me. Yesterday was an absolute masterclass in an 8 to 10 minute video on YouTube running late. The only one that sold was none other than Kyle Kuzma. He was on the hook. He absolutely could have got it done. He was 8 for 10. He only played 31 minutes. The poverty franchise being the poverty coaching staff, you name it, all of it. You got to play your studs to win games. That being said, we move on. It was the right play. I don't care. 33, 34 minutes. He covers easily, but at the end of the day, it was still an absolute banger of a day. Josh Hart cash, 8 in cash. Lillard under free throws cash, but not his 3-point attempts. And Shai Alexander, the play of the day. Cash it, baby! And now, I gotta be honest with you. If you're new here, you need to smash that like button and hit that subscribe like your mama taught you right before Captain Crush, bang, slaps you into reality. Hit that like button, pay the toll. I'm begging you. Now, let's talk about this garbage slate today. Comment guy, it's a poverty slate. I don't care what you say. 3 out of the 4 teams that are on it, they don't even have a reason to play, much less cash a slip. So I'm telling you right now, the slate is going to be brutal. It is Flex Friday. You can see the 22-inch pythons right here, baby. They're ready to go. And maybe that Flex Friday, aka the welfare ticket. PrizePicks gives you guys welfare, and hopefully you can cash in yours and turn it into 500 big ones. Now let's move on. Now today there's some early controversy. It's 3:30 and I waited all day. Captain Crush, his tooth, he's got a clean mouth, no cavities, but my tooth, it's absolutely killing me. I don't know what the deal is, so I'm trying to rush through this. You're gonna have to be patient. I almost said, nah, no YouTube today, but I couldn't leave you guys on Flex Friday. Not today, baby. But we have one game that stands out among all the others, and that is the Utah Jazz versus the Atlanta Hawks. Now, last time these teams played, it wasn't an absolute good game. It didn't live up to the hype. It was pretty much a stinker. John Collins, etc., sold everybody. DeJounte Murray, I'm pretty sure, sold everybody. But there's one man who shares the name Chianti like wine, Chianti George. 32.5 fantasy score, right? It was at 31.5. Captain Crush posted in his Discord, made it the play of the day, 31.5. PrizePicks removed it, bang, quickly. I have no idea why. And then they put it back on the board, a full point higher. You hate to see it. And before you say, Cap, it's just a point. It's just a point, Captain Crush. My brother, 1 point, half a point, quarter of a point, they're surgical. It matters. Trust me. You know how many times I've been hooked this week alone? I've been hooked so many times this week alone. It's literally up to $5,000 in hooks. I'm telling you. But we got to keep our spirits high. We crushed yesterday. And what does Captain Crush always say? After a big day, you go light. I don't care what you got to say. You ain't parlaying a big win into another big win, okay? That just ain't hitting. So be responsible and bet light. Now, do I tell you guys to take the bump? Well, that's going to be your call. He's averaging 1.01 fantasy points over the last 5 games, 0.95 over the last 10, and 0.85 over the season, okay? It's a pace-up spot, elite matchup. Everything looks good, but the fact that they bumped it up has him being juiced under because he's still 31 on the other book. So technically, it's less. Take it is the plus EV move here, but I'm not interested in that today. No, I'm still going to ride with taking more, and if he sells, well, by God, he sells. And for you, Goat James, for the rest of you poverty players that don't have access to fantasy scores, you can go down here to his P+R or his PRA and miss me. Maybe he hits, maybe he doesn't, maybe he gets there, maybe he doesn't. As you can see, he's been having ceiling games. I actually didn't even look at this. The last 5 does kind of scare me because he's due regression, but I don't think he's going to regress at home versus the Atlanta Hawks. But you know what? There's one man that can turn it all bad for you, me, everyone in the sound of my voice, and his name is Will Hardy, the coach of the Utah Jazz. I am telling you right now, just like Monty and the Pistons, if you don't play your guys' minutes tonight, Will, I will ban your franchise just as sure as water is wet, just as sure as Lewis, aka Joel Embiid, doesn't have a date tonight. I'm telling you, I will ban that franchise, and make no mistake, I'm a man of my word. So if he doesn't play 30 minutes tonight in a close game, at least 30 minutes, he should be playing 34. But if he don't get at least 30 minutes, Captain Crush, he's throwing hands, right, left, bang. And I might even drive to Utah because Captain Crush needs to be in Salt Lake City, baby. Now let's move on. And I'm telling you real quick, if you want to run it back from someone on the other side, you say, Cap, I want a 1v1 optimal, you can go over to DeJounte Murray and throw his name in the ring. He's always going to be in the mix. His fantasy score, his points, Captain Crush, his old reliable, his old faithful, over half an offensive rebound. I'll have to check the model on this one, but usually I get it right. I don't know. Let me go check. All his lottery props, Captain Crush is in the mix, baby. If you don't have fantasy score, you can look at any of these two lottery scratch-off tickets. Let me go check my projection sheet real quick and find him. Let's see what we have to say. DeJounte Murray, 26 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 48 fantasy points. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, baby. But I'm gonna go ahead and give him the nod. He's in the mix. His usage rate is way too high. He's my 1v1 run back. Not John Collins. Not saying that John Collins can't go off because he absolutely can. But Captain Crush is just gonna go with DeJounte Murray because they bumped Capella from 10.5 to 11.5. They're poverty. I'm tired of poverty picks bumping my plays. I can't stand it. Let us have some type of an edge. We're begging you. So clear the board. We got a couple others to talk about. I'm making this video quick. My tooth right here, it's killing me, bro. It's not even the tooth. It's like the jawline. I don't know what happened here. I don't have any cavities. I really don't know what it is. It's just one of those things. Probably because I crushed yesterday. The universe is balancing the scales on old Captain Rush. Now, real quick, because I am the new tribal chief of dunks, the dunk king, I gotta talk about this right quick, okay? If you are going to take John Collins tonight, Captain Crush says you take his dunks and you play the narrative at home that maybe he dunks on the Atlanta Hawks 2 times. That is my favorite dunk prop, followed by Jalen Duren, 2.5 dunks. The man just dunks balls. That's all he does. He just dunks it. Now, he just played Miami and he got 5 dunks, so you rest assured, Captain Crush, bang, he's going right back to the well because I had him there and I'm taking him again. Poverty franchise, but even if he only plays 25 minutes and gets in foul trouble because just as sure as grass is green, unless you live in a poverty state, Jalen Duren is not going to get big minutes. He will get into foul trouble, most likely, but I'm hitting these dunks. I think he's got a floor of 1, so I'm going to need at least 2 more from his normal floor. Jalen Duren, Captain Crush just put you on the list. I got to retain my title, my crown as the dunk king versus Eddie Edwards. Eddie, acknowledge me again because it's hitting. So those are my 2 dunk props. Don't put a lot of coin on the dunk props, you clowns. Captain Crush is telling you, those are lottery ticket type-esque propositions. You don't want to be putting a lot of coin on it. Use your heads. Does Captain Crush really have to tell you guys that? You don't put a lot of coin on dunk props. You don't put a lot of coin on those type of things. You know how much you need to go right? He needs to go coast to coast and have an open lane to dunk. They're all narrative if you ask me, okay? So let's see what else we can have here. What I'm going to do is go to DG Fantasy right now, one of my partners. You can use promo code CRUSH right now and get 25% off, but this is what I do every single day. So check this out. We got Jalen Suggs right here, 23.5 fantasy points. He's 24 across the other books, 25, 53%. I don't really get hung up on that. I don't care. That's just the percentage of the no vig odds. I look at what the other books price them at. I can see an inefficiency, and then I go to my projection sheet, which I have right here. I scroll up to the Orlando Magic, Jalen Suggs, bang, he's projected for 23.44. So his line is 23.5. It's within 2 over or under, so I will put him in my slip and I will take it. Now, is it an exact science? Absolutely not. It's going to be a sweat. It's Jalen Suggs. He's playing for the Orlando Magic. On top of that, if he doesn't get his blocks and steals, well then just chalk it all, baby. Not to mention it has to be a close game. But I just want to show you guys how I do things. Now, it doesn't always line up that way in my model. Sometimes it's higher and sometimes it's lower, but when they're in harmony, it's a beautiful thing, Donnie. It's a beautiful thing, like Lefty would say. But here's my boy, Keontae George. You see what I said? He's 31 across the other books, which is why he's being juiced under as a plus EV play. But I'm throwing that to the Wolves today because Captain Crutch is making a gut call. Now, let's go look at Jimmy Butler. He's projected 5.5 assists across the board, minus 130. 130 on the sharpest, which is Pinnacle. That's clutch. Let's go back to the projection sheet. He's projected for 5.3, so it's within 1 or 2. Again, it'll be on the list. Now, normally, I want to find one where it's at least 1 or 2 point higher. Yesterday, Kyrie Irving, 6.5 assists. He was minus 130 everywhere, projected for 7.5. Bang! He ended up with 7 by the end of the first half. Cash it sweat-free. That is a beautiful thing, but it doesn't always work out that way. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my process. If you want to get in the mix, you can get that projection sheet, and I teach you how to use both tools. CaptainCrush.net, gold package. Buy now, 83 cents a day, $24.99 a month. I just showed everyone in my Discord last night. I couldn't even order 6 cookies on DoorDash for $25. It was 26 and change. I'm doing the Lord's work. I'm giving this the best value in the industry. I'm telling you right now. So join the winning team. Captain Crush's Discord. I got esports quote gurus running round the clock, donating or cashing coin, but it looks like a lot of people cashed today on the esports. In fact, old Captain Crush put out a Halo 2-man. That's right, Halo 2-man, and Spartan already cashed. I'm waiting on the other half of that slip. These two right here. Yesterday on the live stream, I gave out Jordan Poole 15.5 points. He soared over. I had Daniel Gafford on my list. Yesterday, I gave out, I think it was 18 props in total with the lists, the live streams, and the captain slips tab, and 15 hit. 15 of 18, fella. That's a 81% hit rate, all right? I had James Harden, the freebie, Daniel Gafford, Derek White. Everybody ate yesterday. Look, Kyrie Irving over 6.5. Josh Hart over 10 rebounds. He ate the bump, and he still got that. He ate 2 bumps. Shy was 30.5. Unfortunately, he pushed there. Josh Hart cashed the bump. Poverty James cashed. He took all of it. No one was talking about Jock Landale but Captain Crush. Everyone was laughing at Captain Crush talking about Jock Landale. Bang! Cash Jock Landale. The man's a center, and he's an absolute crusher. Look at this. This is one of Captain Crush's masterclass. Harden, the freebie, Derek White, cash, Irving, cash, Hart, cash, Gafford, fantasy, cash, baby. Yo, Camper says Starbucks on me. Yo, Camper, I want my Starbies then, bro. If you're going to say Starbies on you, Captain Crush, you owe me a Starbies, buddy. L. Bick says thanks, he crushed. Everybody ate yesterday. When Captain Crush eats, everybody eats. I gave out this 2-man esport. Captain Crush, I gave out a 2-man esports yesterday and it hit. Chilla and Zer. What do I do for esports? I literally just go look on Underdog, find the discrepancies, and put it in. It's that simple. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, but it's the right thing to do. I'm telling you, it works. It's all about those inefficiencies, buddy. I'm trying to find Captain Crush. I'm trying to find my masterpiece. Spartan says, finally a W day. Yeah. We had 2 to 3 days of L's, and then we had a massive day. I told you guys, make the right decisions day in and day out, and eventually the ship turns and you get all your coin back. It's all about making the right decisions, baby. Jason Tatum, under 8.5 rebounds. I forgot about that one. Make it 19 props. 16 of 19, baby. Gold Laurent with the soccer plays. Bro wants me to acknowledge him, so this is your acknowledgement. I gave a second half slip, Daniel Gafford. I told everyone in the court, I posted it. This is the free square for the second half. Find a pair. It's smashed. Everybody cashed second half. This was a live call out by me. Jalen Green, sword. Jordan Poole, sword. That was on the live stream. Be there or be square. And here it is. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Crush himself, right here in the flesh. Here we go. This should have been 10x. It was only 2x because Dame Lillard decided not to take 3-pointers. I had his under free throws, which cashed whatever. I stand by it. Next, OG Anunoby. This was made in the live stream, this 5-man. I told everyone take OG Anunoby's PRA. The only reason I took his points here is because I had his PRA in like 4 other slips and I didn't want to double down. Mistake. I should have just went with my OG, pun intended, gut, and it would have been 10x. But if you listen to me, you got 10x. If you didn't, you got 2x. Is what it is. This is another one. I made this second half. I posted this for everybody. 2x. I should have replaced Dante with Shy or Kyrie like I did in my other slip, which is right here. Bang. 25x for the second half. You love to see it. I also had this for second half as well. You love to see that. And there was a couple other ones I had on here too. Logan cooked a 3-man using Captain Crush's wagons, Nurkic and Brown. Hate to say it, but everybody wants to ride Captain Crush's wagons. But don't forget, Captain Crush is the conductor of that train, buddy. I'm telling you, I'm the conductor of that train. You hate to hear it. Captain Crush, he's slapping people back into reality. I'm just kidding, Logan. I'll give you your credit where credit's due. But long story short, everybody crushed. So why am I telling you, the YouTube faithful? You guys don't care, right? Wrong. Get in the mix. I'm literally giving you all the chances. Free month if you use my code on any of the partners in the description except Outlier. That includes DG, Parlay Play, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Underdog, you name it, you're in the mix. Or you can just go buy direct. I got promos, 4 months for the price of 3. Dub Club's hooking it up. You get access to my projection sheets, which I showed, the live streams, my daily props, the general chat, the think tank, all of it. Stop being poverty. Miss me with your excuses. Give Captain Crush a try. You won't regret it. I'm telling you, my fiance didn't. Bet. Now, let's go back and finish what we started, okay? Told you guys how to get in the mix. CaptainCrush.net. We talked about Keontae George. Talked about DeJounte Murray. We talked about the dunk props. Now, let's see what else we can find. And I'm going to go ahead and throw out Terry Rozier at 33.5 fantasy score. He's projected for, I believe, 35. You got to consider him. He literally hustles. He's not that high of a usage rate. His shot's going to need to fall and the game's going to need to stay close. This is one slip max, but it did stand out to me. Remember, there's not a lot of good games here, so I'm trying to find something for you guys that makes sense. And to be blunt, there just isn't a lot here, guys, okay? I'm looking through the fantasy scores. I do have exposure to Jamal Murray at 41. Where you at, buddy? But again, this game could get ugly in a New York minute. That means quick. That means quickly. It could get ugly, but you want to consider Jamal Murray. Had his PRA, they bumped it, so I couldn't get it in the mix. His fantasy score needs to be considered, as well does Jokic. And then I'm going to go over here and talk about 2 more things. NBA first half, speaking of wagons, Logan, it's going to be Nurkic, 18.5. Now, normally this line is 16 to 17. They bumped it up all the way to 18.5. It's a great matchup. Nurkic is literally a glass cleaner. Call the man Windex because all he does is clean rebounds off the board, baby. He's a glass cleaner. You love to see it. He literally cooks in the first half and then he disappears in the second half. You can take his first half fantasy. You could dibble and dabble with his PRA at 15. It gives you crispy push equity. It fades the turnovers, but it also fades the blocks and steals if he does get any. Now, he's playing a poverty team. That's why I like the first half. He may not even see a full game, to be honest with you. And the same thing goes for Mikic. His first half, 11.5 PRA. I think it's in the mix. I also like his full game fantasy at 25, okay? Now, there's a bunch more to talk about, but like Captain Crush said, my tooth, it's killing me right now. And hopefully I can still have enough time to do a live stream for the Discord faithful like I do every Monday through Friday. I got a lot of plays posted. The projection sheet is up. I posted my slips. My 6-man is up. I'm very thankful to all you guys. Let's go check out Underdog real quick. And as you can see, this is what I took on Underdog. I took Kevin Durant, lower 7.5 first quarter points, paired it with Mikic, 2.5 first quarter points, and then I paired it with Wemby over 3 blocks. I think they took this off, so if you can get 4.5 blocks and steals instead of that now, that's fine. Remember, Underdog has good live betting, and they do promos as well. Use promo code CRUSH on Underdog. It's available in states where PrizePicks is not. You get in the mix, you get your match, you send Captain Crush an email, bang, and Captain Crush sends you back a 30-day free trial of my Discord, baby. So that's my Underdog ticket right there. Those, and remember, first quarter is extremely volatile. We're gambling here, but I wanted quick action, and it is what it is. I also do the live bets for Sleeper. Sleeper also has a protected play today, a $20 protected play on Sleeper. Which, look at this, Captain Crush is giving it away. Now, this is free. This is a sleeper slip. It's a total free roll, guys. So that's why I did an 8-man, because I don't care. It's free. I get my money back if it loses. So I got Murray less double-double, quickly less double-double, Mo Wag, Trent, Haquez, Harden, Beal. My least favorite is Harden and Beal. The rest of them I think are in the mix. Again, mix and match what you like, take what you want, but more importantly, use promo code CRUSH. These guys sponsor my videos. They help me go. They help me keep the content going. And as a thank you, I give you the 30 days and I enter you into a monthly drawing if you're already in the Discord. So I'm sure you guys got questions. I'm sure you can't get enough of Captain Crush. But to be honest, I'm just here for Flex Friday for you guys. I'm here to celebrate the W that we got yesterday after 2 lousy days. And hopefully today we can fade all the hooks. Everything goes our way. And I will leave you with this. I would consider Cade Cunningham. He was at 38.5, but I would consider taking under on Cade Cunningham, okay? It's gonna be a sweat because rest assured, Monty just got blown away in the media because he sat him the last 17 minutes when he was the play of the day 2 days ago. So if you want to give him a chance to get your coin back, if you think he's gonna play 36 minutes tonight, you would take over, okay? That is the move if you think he's gonna play 36 minutes. If you think he's gonna be limited again, you take less. Those are my final thoughts. That's everything Captain Crush wanted to say. I bid you adieu. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests, man. And again, give Captain Crush a try. He's trying to do the Lord's work for you. Smash that like button. Acknowledge the captain here, baby. That's what helps the videos. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.